Hey, I'm Father Josh Johnson, the Director of Vocations for the Diocese of Baton Rouge. And this Lent, I want to invite you to join me in working to promote healthy and holy vocations to the priesthood and religious life from our parishes in the Diocese of Baton Rouge. Over the past 500 years, the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Mother of God, has been appearing all over the world. She's appeared in Fatima in Portugal, in Lourdes in France, in Kibeho in Rwanda in Africa. She's appeared in Guadalupe, Mexico, and Akita, Japan. And typically whenever our Blessed Mother appears, she always has the same message. Her message is this: it's pray the rosary and fast. Fast and pray the rosary. And her invitation to pray the rosary and to fast, it's not necessarily a new invitation, specifically when it comes to fasting. Fasting goes all the way back to the very first book of the Bible, Genesis. It's one of the very first commands of God to Adam and Eve while they were in the garden. He invited them and commanded them to not eat of a particular tree. Adam and Eve chose not to fast while they were in the garden, and since they were disobedient to God's command to fast, they suffered and the wider community has suffered negative consequences. But years after Adam and Eve, another man rose to the surface. His name was Moses. We know Moses as the servant of God who shared with us God's Ten Commandments. But not only did Moses share with us the Ten Commandments, but Moses also fulfilled and obeyed and surrendered to one of the very first commands. He prayed and he fasted for 40 days and for 40 nights. And after he came out of his season of prayer and fasting, his face was shining. His life was transformed. But not only was his life transformed from his time of intimate dialogue with God through prayer and fasting, but so was the community. The community was transformed because of his intentional and consistent prayer and fasting. Many years after Moses, Jesus Christ, our Savior, the Son of God, also, he chose to fast and pray for 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus Christ fasted and prayed when he went up the mountain, and after he fasted and prayed, he called the first priest. He called his disciples who he would ordain to become his first priest in the Catholic Church. Their calling was preceded by the fasting and the praying of Jesus Christ. I believe this Lenten season, something that all of us can do is fast and pray the rosary. Not everyone is able to get out and go to Mass because of the coronavirus, because of the pandemic. Many people are staying home. But one thing we can do, whether we are at home or in our car or in the church, one thing we can do wherever we're at is we can listen to Our Lady's invitation to pray the rosary and to fast. I'm specifically wanting to invite you as a parish community to join us in the Office of Vocations by fasting specifically for the intention of healthy and holy vocations to the priesthood and the consecrated religious life from your parishes for our diocese. Every day during Lent, we want to invite a person or a family or a small group community to pick one day during Lent to fast. Whether it's a fast of bread and water or it's the fast of 2 small meals and 1 main meal with no snacks in between those meals during the day, to fast each day. You just pick one day with your family, with your small group, or as an individual, and you fast for that intention of God, please rise up healthy and holy vocations to priesthood and religious life from our parish for the Diocese of Baton Rouge. And while you are fasting as an individual or as a family or as a small group, everyone else in your parish will see your name on the list for that specific day of fasting, and everyone else in the parish is invited to pray their rosaries, the prayer that our Blessed Mother invites us to pray over and over again for you to persevere in your fasting for this intention of healthy and holy vocations. On our website, www.diobr.org/vocations, we're going to have an ebook available that will have a saint for each day to inspire you, to motivate you, to long for saints to be formed in the priesthood and in religious life for this land of the Diocese of Baton Rouge. Each day there'll be a male saint and a female saint whose story will hopefully inspire us to not settle for mediocrity, but to strive for holiness in this land. Just as Moses was able to be used by God to transform his land, just as Jesus Christ prayed and fasted, and then the disciples have transformed the lands that they were called to minister to, I believe that God is inviting us now as well to transform this land that we live in the Diocese of Baton Rouge, to open our ears to hear God speak through our fasting, and to know who we should be encouraging to discern a vocation, to visit the seminary, to think about religious life, and so that the people in this land who are being called by God can hear his invitation and respond generously to this beautiful and particular path of holiness. If you want to join us in this initiative that we're doing with the Diocese of Baton Rouge through the Office of Vocations, then we want to encourage you and invite you to frequently visit our website, www.diobr.org/vocations. You can print our ebook and you can have it available for your parishes before Lent, or you can follow us on the website every day during this Lent so we can journey together in promoting healthy, holy vocations to the priesthood and religious life from this land, for this land, in the Diocese of Baton Rouge.